Hey there, hi there, Virgos, and welcome to your love reading for the month of September. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Basically, this reading is called the Deadly Problem Spread. Okay, I know, not that romantic, but the whole theme for this month is like dark, gothic love readings because I just feel like that's the energy that I'm picking up on. So, hope you're okay with that because if not, I don't know what to tell you. There seems to be a lot of situations happening at the moment, but we're going to get to the bottom of it and find out what exactly the situation is all about. All right, so let's see what the situation is. Okay, we've got the High Priest. All right, Virgos. This card isn't really a negative card. It's not like a bad thing. You do want this wise energy that's very intuitive, okay? Um, yeah, it's got like a Dumbledore, Gandalf energy happening here. So let's take a look here. Oh, and the crone too. Wow, both these cards came out in the last reading. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so there's definitely like a matchup happening. There's definitely a pair, um, two very wise elders, uh, feminine, masculine. The lion is very symbolic of strength and courage, and you have the bird here too is like offering a message. I feel like a flight of freedom, like being free from something here, free from burdens, and taking like having the strength and the courage to like soar to new heights and new possibilities here. um okay, yep, we've got the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Athens, that's swords. Okay, coinciding here. Yes, this could be the deadly problem because you feel like, well, it's very too contrasting, honestly. Energies, okay? I feel like this woman, she like seems happy. She's at home. She's putting the wands up on the wall. Um, this other woman is tied up and blindfolded. Okay, so not really the same effect as if you were like at home, just doing your thing, right? So I'm interested to know what the throne and the high priest have to say about this deadly problem. I feel like you feel very bound to this energy where maybe you don't feel as safe as this is the Seven of Wands alluding. Maybe under the surface, the Eight of Athens is happening. Because you want to feel safe at home, you want to feel protected, you want to feel secure, not this, okay? Um, Lost in the dark wood, you know, a lot of danger. There's a lot of dangers. I don't know. What does this high priest and this throne have to say about this energy? Okay, so the crone solution is this beautiful Ace of Chalices. Wow, beautiful. Okay, so there's a lot of light coming in. There's the water is pouring out of the cup actually, so it's like overflowing with abundance. Um, in an emotional sense, you have the two moon flowers. It looks like here a fish jumping out of water in a river stream, a stream or whatever. River stream, I don't know. Anyways, Ace of Chalices, yeah. So this is the crone's advice. This is her advice and solution to not feeling safe or secure at home, as I feel like you imagine or picture like being at home, a warm fire, a bird is like singing in the window. It's very picturesque, it's very peaceful, it's very tranquil, but looking under the surface, right? So the Ace of Chalices, the crone is like focused on more of an intuitive, emotional, coming from an intuitive, emotional point of view or perspective on this. Like you're a fish out of water. Like you're not used to um, You have a lot of strength, you have a lot of courage, you have a lot of pride too, I feel like, in your home and where you set up your home life. Um, but there's like this fish out of water type energy where you're like, you're not like a fish out of water is a danger, it's dangerous because fish needs water, it needs um, emotional support. Okay, you need emotional support here. So reaching out to someone for emotional support, it could be like that could be what you need right now. Okay. There's like this sense of danger, okay, around your home. Now the high priest is saying King of Wands energy. This guy looks like this, like um like grandfather looking man here with, he's got like a little muskrat by his side is familiar, has a wand here. This one looks like a Harry Potter wand. um he is like, there's a fire boring here too. He has like a very mischievous smile or grin, like he looks up to, like he's like up to something. Okay, the high priest is like come forth, I feel like, and like I'm getting like come forth my child or something like that, a message from like your grandfather, your ancestor, might have might have passed away. Your grandfather, I feel like, or both, if you have two grandfathers, I feel like both of them are like, and this could be crone, could be your grandmother even, your ancestors, yeah, the wise elders of your lineage, like of your bloodline, are like calling to you, and you're they're saying to you, um use your magic, like use your powers here, use your fire, use your creativity here, use your spark here. Don't be afraid here. I'm getting like, I'm picking up on like a lot of your ancestors are calling to you right now at this time to protect you, um, from like something sinister. Okay, from like a very disruptive, um, not respecting boundaries type of energy. Okay, um, yeah, and there's nothing romantic happening here. It's just like you have this energy about you, and there's like somebody like, but there's boundaries here that are being crossed. There's like a limit, like an energy that is limiting you from feeling safe or secure, right? And that's, it's so ironic too, because like ties, like rope wrapped around this woman. Okay, she didn't do that to herself. Okay, I hate when people are like, oh, you like wrapped yourself up in this energy or whatever, like you did this to yourself or whatever bullshit people say these days. No, I feel like this is what your subconscious is telling you and reminding you, is that like when you're trying to create this harmonious, home and everything like that, your grandfather, wise elder, um, is telling you, yes, you need to have you need to feel safe and secure in your own home, in your own place. There's a very, okay, wait, let me, before I say anything, I'm gonna just pull another card. Oh yes, the Queen of Wands. This is like your grandma and your grandpa, I feel like. See, they started out as two single individuals, right, on their own unique past, from their own family, from their own bloodlines, and then they met, right, and they fell in love. You've got the King and the Queen of Wands here. Okay, you've got Grandma and Grandpa here. Okay, or it could be mom and dad. I don't know, depending on your age here. But I just feel like they, um, it's very well could be your mother and father. And either way, whatever, however it resonates, though, the point is that they're like, don't mess with me. Like, don't mess with my child, right? Don't mess with my grandchild, right? Don't mess with my bloodline. Don't mess with my, great great granddaughter, right? They're coming to you and speaking to you and say, we hold magic. We have magic in us. We have power in us. The wands, extremely subtle, powerful energy and vibe. Okay, and then you have the crone and the high priest as well. So you have both sets. Okay, so you have on both sides of your family. You have like, I'm getting like, this could be your dad's parents, the wands, and this could be your mom's parents, the lion and the high priest, like the crone and the high priest. I don't know, take how it resonates, but you have both sets of grandparents fighting for you here, protecting you here. They're definitely defending you in the Seven of Wands. I feel like this is you at home, doing your thing, and then comes along danger, right? Comes along Eight of Athens, comes along danger to make you feel like you don't have any freedom, like you have restriction. Um, okay, but your King of Wands and Queen of Wands comes in and is like, no, I don't think so. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of their attitude that I'm getting. um, yeah, so the high priest, I feel like he's calling on the heavens. He holds a lot of power. He can call on your ancestors, your loved ones who have passed on. I feel like these stones, I don't know if you're a fan of Outlander, please let me know in the comments because I'm a huge Outlander fan. And now they have Blood of My Blood, which I'm also a huge fan of, and that's about Claire's grandparents and our parents and Jamie's parents. Okay, so if you're a fan of that show, let me know because I absolutely love it. And I feel like these stones, that's how they travel through the stones. Okay, to different times, and I feel like the high priest is calling on your ancestors to travel to you and protect you at this time. And remind you of who you are. And the crone is definitely saying, don't forget, you are emotionally supported. Even when you don't feel safe and you feel like a fish out of water and, you feel like you're being suffocated almost. I feel like this vibe that I'm picking up on is like a very suffocating vibe. Okay. Okay, so let's continue here, shall we? Um, yeah, and also, your parents, your grandparents, like at some point in their life, they met each other and fell in love and had you. So when you think about it, that kind of story, that kind of connection, it is part of you. It follows you through your life, and it makes you question. It begs the question, like, how did your parents fall in love? How did your grandparents fall in love? And I feel like sometimes they probably try to keep the story, like PG, right? Like every time I've heard the stories, they're always like general information, like I don't know about you, but I think my mom's mom, she met my grandpa on my mom's side when he was like in the hospital, and she was a nurse, and that's like a trope, right? That's a romantic trope. Like you see that story in like movies and books. It's like a very mainstream like love story that's classic. It's time and time again. um, and then I have my father's parents, and my grandma on his side, well, his mom, yeah, was a pianist, or was she in the choir? I forget. I think she was in the choir at a church, and she met my dad's father because he was playing the organ at a church. So that's a little cute, like romantic story as well. Like, and you never know, right? Like, you never know how you're going to meet the next person you're going to fall in love with, right? You could be just going to church to sing in a choir, or you could just be signing up to help wounded soldiers. Like, you never really know, right? So, um, I think you are very romantic at heart, okay, Virgos. I think um, you love a good love story. You love a classic love story. Um, so if you are single right now and you just don't feel like secure, I feel like you might not have somebody at home with you that can be like, you know, if you're going by like classic romantic tropes, like your knight in shining armor, right? You don't have like a man, a big man or whatever, like guarding you, protecting you, right? But you have your ancestors, okay? Um, you have their matchup protecting you at this time, I feel like. Anyways, okay, so oh my gosh, Nine of Chalices. Yup, this is definitely like psychic abilities. This is a woman with great power, been handed down to you by your ancestors. She's got a crystal ball here, and there's a ladybug on the crystal ball. Um, and a lot of chalices here. You make your money, your fortune by sharing your stories and talking about who you are. And I feel like that's how you're going to meet your person, is you're going to meet your person by sharing your wisdom with others, sharing your abilities with others. And I feel like your ancestors want you to not forget who you are and how protected you really are. And there's the fire again, like the roaring fire behind her, like she's sitting very close to it, she's not afraid of the fire, and the passion and the creativity and the spark here. And I love this cute adorable little ladybug on the crystal ball. And it's just like another reminder, I feel like, of luck is on your side. Okay. Like great fortune, great abundance. This is definitely a very beautiful reading for you, Virgos. Especially because it's like Virgo season. um, so yeah, and it's a very comforting feeling. Also, I want to look up like what is the spiritual meaning of a ladybug. Like, I'm really interested to know. Because that I never really looked that up before, but I always thought ladybugs were so cute. And then I had my daughter Love, and I would always call her like Love Bug because I would think about ladybugs, and I don't know why. I just thought good luck and fortune. Ladybugs are often seen as symbols of good luck, and their presence are believed to bring blessings and prosperity. Oh, and protection and safety. See, I knew it. They are thought to protect against negative energies and provide safety, often seen as a sign of divine intervention. Yeah, love and romance. Ladybugs are associated with love and relationships, indicating that new love or deeper connections may be on the horizon. Transformation and personal growth. Their metamorphosis symbolizes personal transformation and the start of new beginnings in life. Inner strength and resilience. Ladybugs embody inner strength, reminding us to tap into our own power and resilience. These meanings can vary across different cultures and beliefs, but they generally reflect the positive and transformative qualities associated with ladybugs. Yeah, so there you go. Like, you're looking for your sign, you're looking for, um, you know, this like divine intervention to sort of keep you out of harm's way, because I feel like you know that there's like that lingering energy, and you're just like, you know what, I need to call my ancestors, right? And you're just like, I need my ladybug energy right now. Okay, and you've got it. Like, that is your power. Okay, and nobody can take that away from you. And then we have the Three of Chalices. Oh my gosh. See, once you call in like your good luck and your fortune and your protection and your safety and your love and your romance and your transformation and your personal growth, all coming through for you from your ancestors. Okay. And the crystal ball is obviously like a tool that is used to, it's like it's almost like a key to unlocking portals, right? And unlocking answers and seeing beyond what is just in front of you, a ball, right? It's not just a ball, it's a it's a definitely an orb. It's like, and I just like saying the word orb, but anyways, and it opens up new possibilities. And look, it did. Whoa, it did for you. It gave you the Three of Chalices, and these are three women. Um, they're all coming together to celebrate and rejoice and harmonize together. And drinking, the emotional, um, good energy, drinking it all up, their abundance, their good fortune, all their magic. And this liquid is like, it keeps them safe, okay? And it keeps them happy and content. And it's like they're the potion, okay? It's like, and there's a lot of potions here too, okay? So, and that's your Ace of Chalices. Drink up this newfound, like, energy, right? The fish needs to be in the water again. It needs to feel secure again. And that's what's happening for you. Okay. Also, there's like those lily pads with the lotus flowers over here. So it's very, again, lily pads, like lotus flowers, moon flowers. It's all really good stuff. Okay. It's not negative stuff anymore. And I feel like once that is happening for you, you know, you are going to, oh, look, you even got the seven of chalices too. Butterfly, transformation, metamorphosis. The fairies of light are here. Um, um, and this is like I feel like you have a lot of options in front of you. Okay. Your spirit guides, your fairies, they're all giving you yeah, so again, the seven of chalices is all about possibilities. And your little like love fairies here, your little fairy creatures here are like, you know what, like, you don't need to fret, like you don't need to worry, you don't need to be like upset about anything here because you're very free. um if this was an illusion, like I feel like you would have um, not been able to see your own power here. And I feel like metamorphosis and change is not an illusion. It's something you can, it's tangible. Um, and look at this. You got the Ten of Pentacles here. You have the husband and wife sitting with the grandfather. He's watching his granddaughter play with this little horse here. So this is like more than just a love story or a romantic thing. This is about like a lifelong journey here with this person, that, you know, you get to build a life with, and they get to, you know, watch their grandchild grow up here. Like this great, like you and your husband get to watch, like you get to like give your grandparents like the blessing of seeing their grandchildren grow up and play. And that is like, I feel like that's not, it's not like romantic, but it's like it's a partnership. Okay. And it's building something that lasts a long time, because there's not always going to be like um you know, there's not always going to be like a lot of like um it's not like it's like it's just not like a first, like, meeting someone for the first time type of energy. This is like an energy that's been long lasting, that's been going on for a while now. And that's why you have the two sets of grandparents here, because it's like this goes beyond just romance. This goes beyond just love. Like obviously this husband and wife love each other very much, but they're focusing energy and time on like this grandfather being able to see his granddaughter play with this little horse. Um, they're working together, and it's like that isn't like that's not going to be very romantic. All right, like I guess, you know, in the long scheme of things, like it is a love story, but it's not like the first initial phase of the love story. And I don't think you're in a first initial stage of a love story. Um, um, Also, it's Virgo season, so you know, this could be you celebrating your birthday with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, you have the Green Man. This is like the full energy. This is like zero. This is starting from the beginning. Okay. This is like a god or something here. You know, like, um, and there's like a man dressed up like all in green with his dog barking there. There's a man playing like a flute. There's another man playing a violin here. Um, so, or fiddle maybe, I don't know. But there's like this harmony and this balancing happening here. It's interesting too. There's like three men here and three women here. So I think there's a lot of like synchronicities happening for you. A lot of people starting new. A lot of people starting from the beginning. I feel like you are not alone in your love journey or your romantic journey. I feel like there's other women here that are going through the same thing you're going through. Like you want to like celebrate life and you want to have a good time and celebrate adventure and go on like a journey here, a romantic journey here, but you're not really going on that journey like alone. You know what I'm saying? Because like I feel like it's like a marriage too, like meeting other women that are married, and they have their spouses, and I feel like you share like a common thread. You share something in common here with these three women, or these two other women. I don't know. Like take it as it resonates. And you all three of you are like celebrating emotional support, good times, like being emotional support for each other. And then you have here, like these three men are, like, because they're in the full energy, okay. But you know, this could all be like your first, like you both are experiencing like your first experience with building a family with somebody, like being married to somebody, what that symbolizes, um, and having ancestral support, having both sets of grandparents, like that are like supporting you on your journey and rooting for this connection to last. Um, Even though it's like, you know, because the the men in this particular story, um, are, you know, a little bit on the fool end of the spectrum, a little bit foolish, playful, more not taking things seriously. But it's like they're still like you guys are like I feel like celebrating your own like individual roles and supporting each other in your own individual roles. And I don't know. I just feel like this other energy is like it's interesting. I don't know. Maybe I like let's yeah the Hangman, the Oak King, the Oak King. Yeah, infinity symbol here. Okay, so if you are married, like this is definitely a sign that like your partner definitely has an infinite amount of love for you, an infinite amount of possibilities that they want to spend the rest of their lives with you. But they can have like a little bit of like a the Hangman energy, right? Where they're just like they don't really pick up on a lot of like emotional aspects of the relationship. But I feel like the women in your life that know that you know you're married or that you're trying to build a life with somebody, do have that emotional intelligence that they can offer you support. um, yeah, and then we have the star energy. Yeah, this again, like moon goddess energy, divine intervention, divine intuition. Um, this is a very like, and again, the fish is jumping out of water, but the star, she's pouring water in back into this like source of water here, this body of water here. It's like pouring in to yourself, okay? Like really, like touching into like the support and the emotional aspect of your love life and your romantic life and what that means, and being a guide, and a source of light and love and inspiration, um, for yourself and for others too, because it's not really just your own individual journey. Like everyone has different journeys, everyone has different individual paths, but there's like similarities that you can draw from and get support on, because it's like you're not alone. And I think that's like the real beauty of this connection, is like knowing you're not alone, knowing you're not tied to, you know, whatever dangers may be lurking out there. Okay. Um, yeah. And then you have the Page of Athens. Yeah. I feel like even as like a young girl, you were not afraid of the darkness. You were not afraid of the dark wood. You were not afraid of the subconscious. You were not afraid of the unconscious. You were not afraid of what it meant to maybe be physically alone, but, um, you drew on source and power here, and probably came a lot from the moon, and you're entrusting your intuition again and trusting the different phases of life and the life cycles. And the owl is all about wisdom, okay? And also about, like ancestors that have passed on sharing wisdom with you and know and like being your guardian and keeping an eye on you, a watchful eye on you, and making sure you're safe in the darkest of times, especially when it comes to like your inner child. And not, you might physically be older and like, you know, but you still have that part of yourself that's like, you're still new to it. Like you're still in the first developing stages of what this relationship means. But you know that you're being protected, and you know that you're being supported, because that was your biggest worry. Um, and then you have the wheel of the year. All right, Virgos. So, to finish things up here, I have for you the wheel of the year, and this basically has all the pagan celebrations painted here on this wheel. Okay, with uh, looks like a falcon. Hawk, basically um, flying by, and the arrow is on Yule, which is like Christmas time. Okay, so I think by Christmas time, it's like you're going to really fully see the effects of all of this love that you have been putting out in the world, and all this light that you have been drawing on, and it's going to really show effect by Christmas time. And that's not that far away, actually. It's already September. And also, it's like another wheel, another year, another spin of the wheel there. And it's now Virgo season, so it's like your birthday time. So happy birthday, Virgos! Happy birthday! You made it another year, and I feel like you didn't just survive another year, because there isn't a lot of like survival card energy here. A lot of this energy here is really positive. You've got both sets of grandparents. You're supporting you at this time, and you have a lot of support in general. You have the three of chalices. Okay, you have the ace of chalices, which is like the ultimate universal symbol for support, especially when you're feeling like a fish out of water. And the only card that was really like negative, that was showing you like this underlining um, energy where you felt like really tied to something, and feel like you were had the limits to feeling safe and secure. There's just this one card here, and I know even just like one card can like really show a huge aspect and portion of how you're feeling. But there's all this support, and that's really what's the key here to understanding, is like when you have a situation which is not feeling like you have a lot of love and support, ultimately the solution here is realizing that you do, and you made it a whole year. Like really, like I feel like a year, maybe for some people a year starts exactly on January 1st, especially if you're like born on January 1st, but a whole nother year. But I feel like our years really go by like our next birthday. Did we make it another year? And you absolutely did make it another year, Virgo. You survived all the seasons. You found support. It's going to continue to grow and manifest. And I feel like Christmas time is going to be a very huge, significant time for you when it comes to really seeing all the love that you have in your life, and all the support that you have in your life. And as for like romance, I feel like by Christmas time, there could be the Six of Athens coming in. Okay, you have like this hooded figure here. It looks like a man here with his horse coming in on a boat. Okay, So there, if there isn't someone in your life now, there could be somebody coming in very soon, um, that might even be bringing you a birthday gift, or might be bringing you a Christmas gift. So I do feel like there is someone coming in that is definitely going to love you and support you, and even if they this isn't like very far away in the distance, looking at this from the artist's perspective, that boat isn't very far from where the artist is drawing from. They're right there on the shore. So I feel like you're right there on the shoreline, and you're seeing your person coming in, or you're manifesting them coming in. And if you already do have a loved one in your life, I really do hope they bring you a birthday present and they're coming in with your birthday present. And and I really hope that you know you see that there is potential for you to have someone come into your life who wants to be there with you, celebrate your birthday, celebrate your year of like surviving another year of life. And hopefully you um, recognize that, yes, there are troubling times, but you made it through those troubling times, and now you see all the love and support that is surrounding you, that is protecting you, um, that want you to have the love you deserve in your life, want you to feel supported. And even if there isn't a lot of romance happening, this card to me indicates that that is coming if it hasn't already, and to just not give up hope and believing in it, because I feel like it's so close to you, and I feel like you can feel that it's very close to you as well. Okay, so happy birthday, Virgos. um, Hope you have the best birthday ever, and love and light to you always. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the thumbs up button, and let me know if you're a fan of Outlander, because it is an awesome, awesome show, and so is Blood of My Blood. Anyways, always love meeting a fellow Outlander fan. So take care now. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.